Shabbat Shalom. This is Rabbi Aaron Boxt from Temple Kolemeth in Marietta, Georgia. This week's Torah portion is Parashat Shemini from the book of Leviticus, Leviticus 9:1 through 11:47. In this week's Torah portion, we find a bunch of things regarding the Kohanim, the priests, the fire in which that dwelled on the altar, the way that the priests were supposed to make their sacrifices. And specifically, it was the beginning of the priests working. It was 7 days. On the 8th day following their inauguration, they began to officiate as Kohanim. Two of Aaron's sons, Nadav and Avihu, however, with the intention of probably doing a good thing, brought their own fire. They brought a strange fire before God. And the reason why this is such a big deal is because God didn't ask for it. God gave very explicit rules, very specific rules on what you should and shouldn't bring before the altar. Because Nadav and Avihu, Aaron's sons, brought this strange fire, they immediately were killed by God. And Aaron, their father, stayed silent. He wasn't even given the opportunity really to mourn for the loss of his sons. Also in this week's Torah portion, we find God's commands regarding the kosher laws, identifying which particular species were permissible or forbidden for consumption. We also learn about the mikvah and the ritual purification, the power of the mikvah. This week we have a bar mitzvah, but the bar mitzvah is actually a Havdalah bar mitzvah, which means that the Torah portion that Mr. Andrew Whitesides will be reading from is actually Tazria, not Shemini. And Tazria begins a discussion of sara'at, of a particular skin disease, and how one is purified or cleansed from this skin defect. It even goes as far as discussing what happens if your home has this particular kind of disease called sara'at. I invite you to visit our website, www.kolemeth.net, for all of the amazing, wonderful things that are happening here at Temple Kolemeth. This weekend is the Jewish Music Festival here in Atlanta. Josh Nelson, our very own Miss Emily, and many other Jewish musicians will be in town for the event. Couple of surprises going on here at Temple Kolemeth this weekend, Friday night specifically, regarding Miss Emily, and Saturday night Miss Emily being at my home for a Havdalah for Tots. We are so excited to bring her back. As usual, I say that I hope that you have a wonderful Shabbat and that you are able to spend some time this weekend visiting with your family and your friends and get a chance to experience some of the wonderful music at the Atlanta Jewish Music Festival. Shabbat Shalom.